Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to today's airsofting video. So what I will be sharing with you today is how to field strip the WeTech G26. This is also famously known as the Baby Glock. As you can tell, this is the full auto slash semi-auto edition, which I do have full in-depth reviews and shooting demos of this pistol. Today's video is going to be mainly with how to field strip for lubrication of the pistol or basic repairs or swapping parts out. So this will be kind of a quick tutorial with how to do so. Alrighty, so for this particular pistol, we're not going to necessarily have to move this selector switch in any way, shape, or form to remove the slide off of the lower frame. We can basically leave it where it's at now in the semi-auto position. The first thing we'll do is we're going to just remove the little Baby Glock magazine out of the pistol. And what we're going to do next is just make sure that we lock the hammer back by racking the slide. So you want to make sure that the hammer is locked back, otherwise you're not able to remove it. So now, for those of you, again, if you've done this before, you're quite familiar with it, this will just be, again, just a quick review. But for those of you that have never field stripped any of the WeTech Glock pistols, this is just a quick go-to. So if you're aware of your pistol, you know that there's going to be a tab on the left and a tab on the right there. So on both ends of the pistol you're going to have tabs. So pretty much in order to remove this, you're going to have to press both of these down at the same time on both ends, and now just push the slide forward a little bit until it slides off like so. So now we broke the pistol apart into two sections. So again, here's what the lower frame is going to look like without the slide, and as you can see, there's that hammer locked back. And again, nothing too crazy. Again, this will be beneficial for those of you that are trying to, for example, make changes in the hammer assembly. If you're replacing the springs in there, the actual hammer, the little hammer, it's like a hammer set or hammer like lever in there, or just general lubrication of those internal pieces. For the slide, of course, same thing applies. This one's looking a little bit dry. I may even need to add some more lubricant in there, just again so it makes the pistol cycle a bit smoother. As you can see, the selector switch really plays no role in what position it's in when the pistol is taken apart. But again, this is also beneficial for if you wanted to upgrade your recoil guide rod, if you wanted to upgrade your inner barrel there to maybe a better barrel, or if you are, for example, trying to remove the orange tip. Sometimes by field stripping the pistol and taking out just the barrel will make things a whole lot easier with removing the orange tip. Usually it'll help you kind of keep it in the pliers, and then you can use another set of pliers to try to twist the orange tip off. So again, doing the field strip on this definitely helps. So I'll get into the next bit of things with just how to remove just the top portion of the basically the interior of this slide. So there's not much going on with the lower frame, so we're going to mainly just focus on the slide. So first thing you want to do is just go ahead and pop off this recoil guide rod. You can see there's like a little notch on the very edge of that recoil spring, and you can see that I'm kind of holding it there, and that's what kind of sits into this little piece within the inner barrel assembly. So next we'll just pull the whole outer and inner barrel assembly out together like so. So pretty much what you're left with now is just a shell of the slide. For the blowback unit, we're not really going to do anything. Again, this is just basic field stripping. There will be more complex videos with the full disassembly of these, but for right now I don't think that's something that I need to do, so therefore I'm not going to be taking that apart. But anyway, that's just the bare bones slide. So again, this is going to be beneficial for you to either lubricate this outer barrel a little bit, remove the orange tip, or change out this inner barrel to something a little bit better, maybe like a tight bore, or maybe upgrade the hop-up bucking in there. You know, there's definitely a multitude of reasons you can use to field strip a pistol. And again, here's that outer barrel, has some noticeable wear. Again, it's also good if you need to replace this in case your barrel does crack and break, which this is typically known for. You know, for WeTech brands, usually if for very long usage, that tends to happen. But again, it's a pretty straightforward field strip for this particular pistol. Alrighty, so your guys' pistol probably is looking like this at the moment. So now I'll show you exactly how quick it is to just put everything back together to how it was. So you'll just start with the slide. Basically, just have that ready. If you haven't so already, put the inner barrel inside the outer barrel. So then it basically is together like so. Then we'll pop this in, and we'll basically make it sit, you know, before we put in the recoil rod. So this one's a little bit of a unique design, so you just want to be mindful of how these prongs go. So basically the teeth are going to be facing upward, and they're basically going to be right up against the outer barrel. They're going to kind of fall within. And then you also want to make sure that you have that little tooth that slides right into the hop-up mechanism here, and then make sure that it sits in there properly. So right now it looks like it sat just fine. You can see that it is, it's basically flush with the slide. That little tooth went inside this little hop-up assembly. The front portion sat just fine in the front. You could see that everything is sitting pretty flush. So at this point now, once you have everything good to go, you can just grab your lower frame and then grab your slide. Make sure you align the two rails together to make sure that it does slide on without problems. And then just don't go about it quick. Just go slowly with it just in case, because things can get stuck and jammed real quick. And if you decide to force it and rack it back, it could do damage if you do it really fast. So usually I do it pretty slow until everything kind of clicks into place. So like so. Once you have it clicked into place, again, just do what I did. Just rack it once to ensure that everything kind of sits in place. So now everything is looking good. Everything slide locks without any problems. We can go ahead and put the magazine back in. And this is the quick and effective with, I guess, method with taking this thing apart, you know, for doing any type of repairs, lubrication, upgrade parts, and so on. So for that is going to be everything that I have for you today with this particular pistol. Definitely check out my reviews and shooting demonstrations of this bad boy. It's again, the WE G26. This is the full auto / semi-auto edition. For those of you that love Glocks, definitely check out my Glock playlist. I have tons of stuff on there. Everything that a Glock lover will enjoy is on that playlist. If you do enjoy my airsoft content, I would definitely subscribe, as I do post very frequently with anything airsoft related. But in that conclusion there, I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks again for watching.